person with the Spirit of God can appraise what is happening in Nigeria. If there are people that should be in prison, all our past leaders should be gathered and be imprisoned. Not these Biafran boys. They should not touch any of these Biafran boys. These hungry Igbo boys and girls who are yearning for their rights. You now put them in the prison. If they are not careful, as I speak as a man of God, as God lives, their dynasty will not last. Because they never know that there is a heaven. There is a life after this. Look at how they have merchandised the priestly, prophetic, pastoral anointing. Can men of God speak in Nigeria anymore? When anointing is already merchandised. How much shall we pay you and you keep quiet? And they are busy buying people in authority with anointing. And our children are suffering. If we people with under anointing will not speak for this less privilege, God will curse us. Because there is a heaven. Jesus says, fear not those who can kill the body but cannot kill the soul. Fear only he who can kill the body and kill and destroy the soul. Fear him. And that person is God. There is God. Nigerian leaders should understand the God factor. There is God, the Adonai. There is God, the Elohim. There is God, the El Shaddai. When I was talking about the deceptive malodorous concept, deceptive malodorous shadow called EFCC, how can you imagine a country like this? The best country in the world with the best weather, with the best manpower, people who are rugged, who can do any business. It's only in Nigeria you can find young men who can carry a dead body and wash without covering their nose and whatever. Our youths are ready to do anything to survive. But look at our so-called leaders. All their children are abroad, schooling abroad. Any little malaria, they will fly out to treat themselves. Their wives will be doing midwifery medication, antenatal. Somebody will be pregnant in Nigeria, going for antenatal in London with our money. And you are watching the person. There's no problem if they will use their money. The problem is, it is your money they are using. So if you go for your money, you are not a revolutionist. You are demanding your rights. That should not deserve one bullet to touch you. Even the police, by now, should join the youths and not be shooting them. Things have gone wrong. The center cannot hold anymore. Things are falling apart. For these evil leaders have turned the men on the pulpit to become beggars. Riffraff beggars. When we have luncheon, we employ them. And they promise you 1 million or 2 million. And you give them titles. Some of them will become knights. Some will become Nefe, Nedis, Nenta, Nemo. Rubbish. In heaven, such titles do not exist.